everybody, this is our daily math video number 11. Make sure you try all these problems on your own, and then once you're done with that, take a look at this video and see where you went right and where you went wrong. All right, day 128, number 1 says, when Johnny looked at the thermometer, he saw that the temperature was colder than negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Write a temperature that is colder than negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and then explain your choice. So I'm going to say negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. You could say anything from negative 11 on, right? So you could say negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 12, negative 13, anything that is larger than 10. Because when we look at a thermometer here, okay, so like imagine this is our thermometer. Here is 0 degrees, here's negative 1 degrees, right? And as you go down, so like maybe here's negative 10 degrees. As you go down further, and sorry, these degree signs should be on this side. As you go down further and further, the numbers are going to get larger, right? So maybe here's negative 15 degrees, right? So any of these numbers down here going this way are going to be colder. So I'm just gonna go ahead for number 1 here and explain my choice just by saying any degree larger than negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit, for example, negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit and on, will be colder. And this picture over here is also a pretty good explanation. So if you want to do a picture explanation, that's totally fine too. Number 2, find the absolute value of 8. And these two bars here are called absolute value bars. So like here's the absolute value of negative 4. Here's what that would look like, right? These are not ones. These are absolute value bars. So you got to keep that in mind. So this is not 181. This is the absolute value of 8, right? So absolute value is just the distance from 0. So 8 is 8 away from 0. So that's our answer there. The absolute value for 8 is 8. Another number that shares an absolute value of 8 is negative 8, because that is also 8 away from the number 0. And you can draw this on a number line so you can see absolute values, if that makes sense. All right, number 3, Joe designed a pen for his sister's bunny to play in. The length was 22.5 meters long and 6 3/5 meters wide. What was the area of the pen? Well, when we find area of a rectangle, we use length times width. So we're going to take 22.5 and we're going to multiply it by 6 3/5 here. Okay, we're now gonna change these into improper fractions. So 22 times 2 is going to be 44 plus 1 is 45 over 2 multiplied by 5 times 6 is 30, and 30 plus 3 is going to be 33, and then you keep the 5. Okay, so now we're dealing with a whole new problem here. Some people might be a little bit intimidated having to do 45 multiplied by 33. You just got to do some standard algorithm multiplication. 3 times 5 is 15. 5, carry the 1. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Then we put a 0 as a placeholder here. That's where some people mess up. 3 times 5 is 15. 5, carry the 1 again. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13, 3, 1. 5 plus 0 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 3 plus 1 is 4, and then we drop down this one here. So now what we've got, since we've multiplied these two numbers here, is we have 1,485 over 2 times 5 is going to give me 10. Okay, now this is really nice because we ask ourselves now, how many times does 10 go into 1,485? So we're just going to do 1,485 divided by 10. Okay, 10 goes into 14 once. 14 minus 10 is 4. Bring down the 8. 10 goes into 48 4 times. 4 times 10 is 40. Subtract, we get 8. We bring down the 5. 10 goes into 85 8 times. 8 times 10 is 80, and we have 5 left over. So our answer here is it goes in 148 times with 5/10 left over, okay? I got the 148 from up here, the 5 from this remainder here, and the tenths I keep from here, this denominator right here. So are we done? Almost. The last step that we have to do is we need to reduce. A lot of people mess up when it comes to reducing. 5 and 10 are both divisible by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Got 148. And 10 divided by 5 is 2. We know 5/10 and 1/2 are equivalent fractions. So this here is our final answer. When we go to write it in the answer spot, we want to make sure we write 148 and a half, and then we find what it is in the problem, meters. Make sure you include that label of meters. Okay, that's it for daily math today. This is the problem, number 3, that I really want you guys to be focused on for daily math today. We have been working with multiplying fractions quite a bit, so please, if you need to, rewatch this part here because it is really important that you guys know how to do things like multiplying fractions, multiplying double-digit numbers, and long division. These are 3 super important skills. All right, I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.